I haven't been to a rodeo in I don't know how long, but I do remember they were pretty good ones. But I have continued to see them in movies and stuff like that, and I just experienced this in the last rodeo, now playing in theaters. But is this new Angel Studios film worthy enough to put you back in the sound for one last ride, or is this one gonna completely give you a lunge buck and you go right into the dirt? Find out in this spoiler free review right now. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, howdy, partners, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Noel, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a spoiler free review of the 2025 drama flick The Last Rodeo, released by Angel Studios, written and directed by John Avnet, starring Neal McDonough, who is also co-writer and producer of the film, along with Mykelti Williamson, Christopher McDonald, Sarah Jones, and Dalen Swearingen. The film is co-produced along with Brooklyn Films, the McDonald Company, and Red Sky Studios. Now, the film's story was filmed that was took place in Owasso and Collinsville, Oklahoma, last spring. Anyway, it focuses on a now retired rodeo star named Joe Wainwright, who apparently wants to get back in it again, even despite the last time he had done it, and well, he had injured himself big time, and apparently his daughter had to take care of him after his wife passed away. But when he finds out that his grandson needs to have a bit of an operation done, well, a bit of surgery on, well, due to a tumor in his brain, Joe decides to hopefully get back into the arena and ride a bull once again. Anyway, he gets help from his friend and colleague Charlie Williams, who's played by Mykelti Williamson. You know, Bubba from Forrest Gump. Yes, you probably wouldn't even notice it was him if you haven't seen him in anything else aside from Forrest Gump. But I'm getting too far ahead of myself. So they try and get him in there, even with the help of the guy who actually runs this little project for the PBR, Jimmy Mack. But apparently he manages to get back in. But that's all the story I will tell you about this. This is a spoiler-free review, so no more on the details. Now, from what I've seen of The Last Rodeo, it for those of you who have not seen my out of theater reaction, I will say this film is definitely a good film and it's very amazing. And I really did like the performances we got from Neal McDonough as Joe Wainwright. I had to admit, McDonald did such an incredibly good job. Of course, I've seen him in numerous, well, movies and TV shows. There's so many to mention, though, that he's been in. And of course, for television, I recently had seen him as Damien Dark in the Arrowverse on Arrow, The Flash, and Legends of Tomorrow. Now, of course, this isn't the first time he's worked with them the folks at Angel Studios. He had recently done some other flicks they did, including The Shift, which was released in 2023, the same year the film that put them on the map, which was Sound of Freedom, came out, as well as Homestead from last year, which that was a recent hit for the studio, and of course now has a TV show. Anyway, now McDonald does a pretty good job in his performance, as I've said. He also does a great job with his writing of this, along with Derek Presley and director John Avnet, who who was mostly well known for directing Fried Green Tomatoes, plus some other films, including Up Close and Personal, and a few others. He had also was a producer for numerous films and what have you, including the Mighty Ducks trilogy, The Three Musketeers from 1993, the Georgia the Jungle and Inspector Gadget live action films, and a lot of others and what have you. So, you gotta give him credit for what he has done in his direction of this. I give him props for that. The score by Jeff Russo is very good. And of course, he's a founding member of the Americana band known as Low Stars. He was also a founding member of the rock band known as Tonic. I think, reckon you remember them. But anyway, does a very good job on this. Now, let's see. Now, of course, we have Ruve McDonough, who I'm trying to get some information here. That's actually McDonald's real life wife in this. She plays Rose Wainwright. She's pretty good in her performance. Mykelti Williamson plays Charlie Williams, and I'm going to say he was very good. Christopher McDonald, you know him from numerous films, Grease 2, Happy Gilmore, and many others. He played Jimmy Mack, really good character. Sarah Jones plays Sally Wainwright, and Dalen Swearingen played Billy Hamilton, who, of course, was one of Wainwright's competitors in the film. So, I must admit, this has a very good cast and what have you. Also, with this being a faith based drama, it does have a lot of emotional depth and what have you. So, I have to give it props for that. This is a very good film. Rotten Tomatoes currently has a score of 71%, while Metacritic has a score of 59, and Audiences Pub by Cinema score gave the film of an average grade of an A. So I have to give him credit for that. This is so anyway, with everything said about this film, it's not really much to talk about, but I will say it's pretty good. Now, actually, I'll give you heads up. A member from my side, well, from one of my family's side, and what have you, who lives in Oklahoma, actually does make an appearance at the beginning of the film. Unfortunately, he's uncredited. I'm sorry to tell y'all, but that's just one heads up. But that doesn't really count as a spoiler, okay? I just thought I'd give you a heads up and what have you. But anyway, I have to give this film props for what it had to offer. And the boy who played Joe's grandson was very good as well. So I gotta give them props for that. But anyway, The Last Rodeo, though it's only the second film from Angel Studios that I've seen, aside from Sound of Freedom, this film proves to have it all. Great story, great characters, a great cast, great direction, music, etc., etc., etc. I didn't find anything wrong with this, and its emotional depth really does make this a worthy film to see. You need to take your family to see this one. So, I think The Last Rodeo was a good film. For my score, I'm going to give The Last Rodeo 5 stars, which of course means on a scale of 1 to 10, it gets a 10. So that's going to do it. What did you think of The Last Rodeo? Have you seen this film yet? If so, let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, consider clicking the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel, make it grow and make the views grow. Tell all your friends about my channel. Get to know me. Maybe they'd like to be a part of my Big D Nation. Share my videos with your friends if you like. That would help. Please stand by. Okay, now join me next time when I bring to you a spoiler-free review of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Also, you will get an out-of-theater reaction of that as well. So, thanks for watching. If you like this, check out my reviews of these other films. If you want a little more Western feel to your viewing, check out my review of the underrated John Wayne flick Cahill, United States Marshal from 1973 in the upper left-hand corner. In the upper right-hand corner is my review of another film that kind of feels like it, except it's about a down-and-out stock car racer who makes a big comeback with some kids in Six Pack from 1982, which I dedicated that in the memory of its star, the late great Kenny Rogers. Or go to the bottom left hand corner and see my recent review of the film that put Angel Studios on the map, Sound of Freedom from 2023. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.